Now this is embarrassing.
And we're back with another episode of Ride This 2, the best goddamn theme park podcast on the planet. I am your host with the motherfucking most, Jordan Driver, here with my two favorite fudge packers.
Fudge packers? What does that even mean?
That's an old term for what they call gay people.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, because the fudge comes out Yeah,
I watched South Park today, and they did an episode where Tom Cruise was actually working at a fudge packing factory, and they said, hey, look, Tom Cruise is a fudge packer, and he got all offended.
I don't think that's offensive. I think it's hilarious.
I mean, it's better than calling someone a faggot, so...
Yeah, I'm this way, everyone loves fudge.
Yup.
Come on, who hasn't been near one of the fucking fudgeries and not like, yeah, this is pretty fucking great.
Just don't eat that fudge. You'll get E. coli.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I probably should introduce myself. So my name's Valentine. I about said my real name, like it's hard to figure out. But my name's Valentine, and I just want to quickly say that anything that I say doesn't reflect the company I work for, because the views and opinions of the host are those of the host, not those of the company. Yeah, whatever the people at in the loop say. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Yeah,
Ryan.
Yeah, we're gonna censor that out in post.
Yeah.
Give us money if you want fucking publicity, you motherfuckers.
Exactly. And I'm Ryan. That's actually my real name. I don't hide behind an alias like Mr. Valentine over there. I also don't have a legal disclaimer. I guess I'm not that cool.
If you view my Twitter page, my name is on it, like when you click on my Twitter page,
So if someone follows you at RTO Valentine, they'll see that your name is Jared.
Yes.
Yes.
So, aka, shameless plug, please follow me at RT2 Valentine. I don't really tweet that much, but when I do, it's funny shit. Sometimes.
Yeah, and if you want to find me, just message me. I'll give you my fucking address. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Andrew, you little bitch.
Yeah, I heard Andrew had some words for you.
Yeah, he's a little fuck.
What did he do?
Oh, shit. Yeah, the little motherfucker called me out. Wanting to create fucking issues. Well, let me tell you something, Andrew. I'm not afraid of you. I have beaten many children before, and I was paid to do it. I worked at a Knox County school where I got to beat up mentally handicapped children. I'll take on a normal one. You ain't gonna bite. That's real, by the way. I'm certified. I will restrain your little ass.
But anyway,
Yeah,
back to theme parks. Let's talk about shit that burned down, or at least caught on fire. The Pompeii ride at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, which is the second of the... Oh, shit, I'm too drunk already. Okay, let's take that from the top again. Speaking of shit that went down in flames, how about the Pompeii ride at Busch Gardens Williamsburg? Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I mean, so someone pushed one of the bumper cars from Carowinds all the way up the coast to Busch Gardens Williamsburg, it seems like.
Fucking Hagrid.
And his flaming chicken.
Someone really needs to take that fucking chicken from him.
I've
not seen a cock that mishandled since James Gunn. I'm done. All right, I promise. I'm done.
And we're done recording.
We're done recording.
So, speaking of things that they're going to have to rebuild and new building rides, Canon?
I think it kind of looks like Canon, and I think it's Swedish for Canon.
Okay, so the new Canon ride is being rebuilt. Ryan, you were telling me about this. Where's it going?
So it's going to the Lost Island in Iowa, which I didn't know they had islands in Iowa, but apparently they do. And it's a water park, and they don't have dry rides yet. So this is going to be their first dry ride, an Intamin hydraulic launch coaster, which could not possibly be more of a maintenance nightmare, but they bought one.
It's a bold strategy.
So essentially it's going to Beachman Park, basically.
Yeah, well...
Like the equivalent of Iowa's Beachman Park.
Yeah, and on their Instagram, I think it was, they said that they have no intentions of putting it up, and it may be for sale again soon. So either they're going to install it, or they're going to sit on it, or they're gonna try to turn around and
Ooh.
flip it and make money, which I don't know. It just seems like a weird situation.
People buy and sell roller coasters to flip them? Like, what is this? Like love it or list it?
Yeah, no, this is coming next year on HGTV. Fixing up
Flipping
roller
coasters.
Let's get those two fuckers from Flip or Flop on there. I just want to see them fight at this point.
You know, it
that'd be
sounds
great.
like almost as good of an idea to have that on HGTV as it does to have a fucking football-themed roller coaster that's coming to
Okay.
Kennyone.
That's
Okay,
called Steel
I'm gonna-
Curtain. What the fuck kind of straight nonsense is that?
I thought it was dumb at first too, but let me tell you, nothing gets fat people in Pennsylvania to a place like the fucking Steelers. Unless you're in Philly and then you're an Eagles fan.
Okay, but that's the exact point that's negative about this coaster is that anyone who's not a Steelers fan is not going to want to come to your park.
I think they will. I mean, it's still... Look, I wasn't super impressed at first, but I really like how it looks now. I'm not thrilled about the manufacturer, but...
Okay, but the coaster literally looks like something that a 12-year-old on Roller Coaster Tycoon first generation was like, I have a great idea. I'm going to put a flip here and a flip here and a flip here and another flip here, and I'm going to see
Exactly.
how people will throw up after they ride the ride.
Exactly. Do you think that's going to get shared on Facebook and Twitter and shit? Or like another hypercoaster? That thing is going to get shared. Oh my god, would you ride this, Timmy?
That's a good
Would
point.
you ride this?
And what's kind of funny about theme park Twitter people is, you know, when there's a cookie cutter B&M where, you know, it's lift,
Yeah.
hill, drop, loop, cobra roll, 0G roll, corkscrews, sometimes interlocking. People are like, oh, well, it's a copy and paste job. And now people are like,
Yeah.
oh, this is different. Abort it.
Yeah.
It looks like shit. Throw it away.
And see, I feel like sometimes as coaster nerds, we get a little bit too crazy with what we want compared to what GP wants. Because when we went to Cedar Point, my fiance's two of her favorite roller coasters, two of her top three, were Valraven and Gatekeeper. Two hated roller coasters in the coaster nerd circles. And she loved them. And she is GP as fuck. The only reason she goes to this shit is for me, and I appreciate that, honey.
So nice of her.
I know, she is nice.
I just... Honestly, though, I just don't think it's a pretty coaster. Like, even for the general public, it just looks like it has,
it's
like,
weird.
ladder supports everywhere.
It looks weird. The trains look really weird, too. Have you seen the picture where they've kind of got, like, a... That might not be the final design, but, like, what they've got in the concept art, it looks weird as fuck.
It
I
does
just
look
don't
weird.
understand how a multi-looping roller coaster with the highest loop in the world, and like the most loops in the United States, has anything to do with football.
Well, because this one's going to stand up when we fucking sing that national anthem. It will not bend a knee. Damn it.
But okay. Here's a question for the Twitter followers. Shoot me a tweet on Twitter and tell me how you would design a roller coaster themed to football and make it make sense. Because I don't understand. Because all of
to me, it
football,
makes sense
you're
for
like
the
running
area.
for 2 minutes and then you're standing around for 5 minutes and you're running for 2 minutes. So, I mean, essentially it's like Top Thrill Dragster is a good example, I guess.
That's why I can't watch football. That because
See,
I'm a faggot,
I was thinking
but-
Lightning Rod would be a good football coaster because you get a concussion on it.
Oh, there. Yeah,
that's a
that's a
good
good
point.
good one. Yeah. See,
I have
but
CTE now.
But
I'm suing the
nine
shit out of
nine
you,
loops
Hollywood.
and 150 feet in the air doesn't really make sense to football. But you know what? Who am I to judge? I don't really know football because all I know are dicks because I'm a faggot. So
There's lots of dicks in football.
they also have very nice tight pants.
They have very nice. I'll say this: baseball players have the nicest asses of any like athletes on the major
It's
American
the pants.
sports.
It's the pants.
Let me tell you, if you ever want to see something special, go look up hockey player abs.
Ooh, I'll
Those
tell
guys
you.
are fucking shredded.
During the World Cup, there was a BuzzFeed article of Cristiano Ronaldo's thighs that I looked at for a long time. When I
That
was just
dude is
having,
weird.
When I was having a bad day, I would just pull up this BuzzFeed article about pictures of random Cristiano Ronaldo thighs, which is kind of nice. By the way,
look
go
up-
France! Good job, France.
Oh, parlez-vous de mon français?
I did actually watch that World Cup game because it gave me an excuse to drink in the middle of the day.
Yeah, and I was actually invited, and we showed up like 2 hours after the game ended. It was fantastic. So
To the actual World Cup finals?
no, to Valentine's house.
How was Russia?
I don't think they like my people in Russia.
They do not like your people.
But no, Valentine was like, hey, come over for the World Cup. And I was like, okay, day drinking. And so we were getting ready. And then, it was early. It was like 11 a.m., which means we have to leave at like 10 a.m., which is super early on a weekend. And we got there at like 3 p.m.
Speaking of boring sports, I went over and watched the end of the British Open today with my dad.
What sport is that? Is that golf? Okay.
That is golfing.
I am not going to lie. I just stared blankly at my computer trying to figure out what the fuck the British Open even included.
Slater got pissed as fuck when I told him that I really enjoy golf.
So my dad does too. He loves watching golf, and I never understood it. And now that I'm older, I realize it's how he could take a nap on Sundays and get away with it. And so now I think I might take up golf too. Take up watching golf.
There's a country club like 2 minutes from our house I'm probably going to join in the next couple of years so I can play.
I mean, I think I told you all, I do have an indoor golfing simulator in my apartment, and it is just another excuse for me to drink in the daytime. Because they put a mini fridge in the golfing simulator room, so they're just asking for people to get fucking trashed in there.
They know what's going on.
Fun little thing today. There's a golfer. He's got this shot. He needs to get really close so he can make up a stroke, get right at the top of the leaderboard. There's a fucking woman with a 2-year-old and a stroller behind him while he's trying to do his swing. And you gotta be silent during that shit. They will kick you out if you make any noise. He's warming up and that kid's just like, every time he just stops and like looks at him. Kid stops, he'll like line up again. Kid's like, mommy, and he's just like, bitch, shut it up. Someone yelled during Tiger Woods' swing today, and he just looked over and he's like, are you shitting me? Fuck you.
I love it.
It's awesome.
I do enjoy golf. That is like, that's why I'm like, there you go. There's my sports thing. But back to football and roller coasters. One of those things you all like.
I mean, it's a
I
new.
get where they're coming from.
Yeah, it's a cool new concept for a theme park land because we have not seen that. We've not seen a theme park land themed to a sports thing of any type. Yeah. So I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's a good idea. I just don't think it's a good idea to have a one specific sports team focused in on a land because like. The Steelers is not going to get me to go to Kennywood. It's just...
But it might get the people who used to be season pass holders to re-up.
I'm just waiting for Dollywood to announce, like, Tennessee Vols Land.
The what now?
Yeah, I would rather they announce fucking brain cancer land. I hate Tennessee shit. I've lived here my whole life, and if I hear Rocky Top one more time, I will murder someone. Maybe you, Andrew.
You know, that reminds me of a really funny story. So, Jordan, you met one of my good friends, Cody, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, so my friend Cody is training to be a funeral director. So he's in mortuary school, and he's currently studying. He's studying underneath. What was it called when you study underneath someone who's a professional? An apprentice.
Getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah. So he's an apprentice for a mortuary service or a funeral home, excuse me. He said he almost had a stroke one day because they were at the graveside and they were putting this person into the ground, and it was very somber, and it was a military funeral, so they were playing taps, and then they did the gun salute, and then as he was being lowered into the ground, all of a sudden on this guy's playlist is Rocky Top. Like, can you just imagine taps being played and a gun salute, then you hear wish that I was born a Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hill, so as the casket is going into the earth.
To be fair, I've asked Lydia to play the Space Jam song for me at my funeral.
That's respectable.
Everybody get up. It's time to slant. Yeah, that's what I'm going to want. But I want to be tied to the ceiling fan. The light, like strobes going. I want my kids to look at me and be like, Dad went out the way he wanted.
I don't know how a ceiling fan would work.
I'm trying to think what song, if I could have a really funny song be played if I was being lowered into the ground, which I'd pick.
I don't know. This is a very dark topic for a theme park podcast.
But when do we ever actually stay on topic, though?
I don't know, but hey, let's lighten this up a little bit, just like fucking Pandora.
That was an amazing transition. Anyway, so yeah, great transition. Anyway, so yeah, Pandora is lit, literally.
And it looks like garbage.
This is what happens when a fat fucking mom from Minnesota trips over the plants because she had to get the perfect angle for the picture.
I'm so annoyed by this. Literally, like, the whole point of Pandora, it was to extend the night hours at Animal Kingdom. And it did that. It did it very well. But now, all of a sudden, everything is lit up. They've replaced every one of the black lights that used to illuminate on the pathways to create that bioluminescent pathway style. They've replaced every one of the black lights with white LED bright lights to light up all the pathways.
If you fuckers weren't getting cum everywhere, they could have left the black lights up.
I mean...
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do when you don't have a fast pass to go on a real ride.
Well, shoot your ropes into the fucking bushes, not right on the pathway. Look, Mommy, worms! No, don't touch it!
Well, okay, here's what's funny about that. When you enter Pandora, there's this giant plant that when you beat, like, the side of the plant, it reacts to it, and it shoots off...
At you.
Yeah, it squirts water out the end of it because, quote-unquote, it's shooting spores.
Is that the one that looks just like a vagina?
Yes. You hit it on its vagina on the side of the plant. So essentially, to everyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, when you enter Pandora, you smack the vagina of a plant, and it squirts water out the end of the plant, and then hits unsuspecting guests who are also walking by in the face. It's great.
You know what else really looks like a vagina?
What?
The eggs from the Alien movies.
I have no response.
It was made to look like that.
Fun fact.
I love those movies.
Slow down for a second.
Maybe it's just because I like something to be on my face.
I've never seen those movies. Now I have to.
Oh, they're great.
You've never seen Alien?
Alien and Aliens is fantastic.
No. The only thing I know about Aliens from the Great Movie Ride. Rest in peace.
Take your hands off her, you bitch.
Oh my god, what's the what is that iconic saying that happens in the Great Movie Ride about Alien? It's like
it should be take your hands off her, you bitch.
No, it's in space, no one can hear you scream. That's right. Mm-hmm. And then it has a Sigourney Weaver with a very funny face, like freaking the fuck out.
Just like in a bathroom at SeaWorld because no one's there.
Hey, I went to SeaWorld recently and there were like 100 people there.
Hey, I can see SeaWorld from my balcony, and I can watch all 9 minutes of their nighttime spectacular from my balcony, so that's nice.
Yeah, well, at least they have fireworks that go boom instead of Universal. What do they call theirs? Pyrotechnics or something?
Excuse me, we're in a residential community, so therefore we can't have fireworks, so...
Everyone else has fireworks.
I'm kind of off on, like, fireworks now near residencies because I know how much it fucks with the dogs, and I'm like...
Yeah. My dogs do not like fireworks.
Yeah, well, we had a situation with that, and, you know... So I went from being like, shoot them all off, fuck everyone, to where I'm like, maybe let's consider our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also why I don't masturbate while looking in their windows anymore.
Honestly, if you're wondering why I'm just staring blankly at the screen, it's because my audio keeps fucking up because I have Spectrum and internet, and it never works!
I just assumed you were on the Spectrum.
Oh, there we go. More shit to edit out.
Love you, Valentine.
That's great. Everything's great.
Oh, you're going to owe him a dick pic after this.
Anyway, Toy Story Land is open.
Or is it? Do they have the power actually working now?
Well, previously Toy Story Land was open. Let's put it that way. I have not been yet because I am not rich and I'm not going to pay for a fucking gold pass to Disney World. I have a silver pass. So I can't say with definite answer my opinions on Toy Story Land. But what I will say, I don't think it's that great from the pictures that I've seen.
It's fine. I think Slinky Dog Dash looks fine. Like, I know a lot of people are shitting on it.
Here's the reviews that I've gotten from every one of my friends who's ridden it. It's They said Slinky Dog Dash is like being in your grandmother's van when she pulls out after a stop sign.
I mean, it really looks like that from the videos I've seen. It's the slow. It's like me when I'm playing Pokemon Go in the car and I'm trying to get like some miles on my fucking eggs, so I'm leaving the stoplight real slow and people are honking and I'm just flipping them off. I'm like, hang on. I know it says don't play in the fucking car, but I gotta hatch this shit.
It's just like when Waze pops up and it's like, you can't type right now, and you just hit passenger anyway.
Fuck it.
Yeah, so Toy Story Land, very, very slow moving ride. People waited 6 hours to get into the land on opening day.
Disney could be offering to shove a broom up your ass and people would wait 6 hours if it was a new attraction.
It wasn't even to ride the rides. It was just 6 hours to get into the land.
Get in. Wow.
It's so stupid to me.
Rest in peace. They used Great Movie Rides queue line for entrance into the land.
Oh, they're not letting it rest in pieces like it deserves.
Like, it's so sad.
Do you think they would let me buy like the alien prop out of there? Because I kind of want that.
I mean, they gave Ellen her animatronic back, so I don't see why not. I'm sure Sigourney probably has her animatronic.
You think she fucked that animatronic?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I talked about
scissored
this
it
before, but that is honestly one of the funniest fucking videos is Ellen receiving her animatronic back from Ellen's Energy Adventure. Everyone needs to go watch that when you're having a bad day. Just please.
I bet she paid somebody to rewire that shit, so all the animatronic now does is just lick. It's like... when Portia's not in the mood,
and no one could see what you were doing, but essentially I just got a wonderful image of Jordan licking the air with between two fingers making a peace sign in front of his mouth.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means. I'm too straight to understand.
It means licking a vagina.
What's a vagina?
That's
it's
what
that plant
have.
in Pandora.
That's right. I forgot.
That's what straight guys love. We make lots of mistakes trying to get to those.
I make lots of mistakes too because my boyfriend walked out of right before I started recording this because I told him he had to shut the fuck up.
I told you, just let him suck your dick for the whole recording. That'll keep him quiet.
He's very mad at me right now, so everything's fine. It's fine.
Do you need me to come down to Orlando and just cuddle you both and be like, hey?
I'll just drive to Tampa and jump in bed between Ryan and his fiance.
Yeah, that's fine. You could all come over.
Just like, that'll be wonderful.
Ryan, I feel like you were definitely a little concerned about me saying that just now. Like, you were like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
No, just because we're recording.
Are you worried about which way his junk's going to be pointing? Like, at you or your fiance?
Well, I'll put it this way. I think I have a little more work to get to snack status before the wedding in February than my fiance does. But I'm getting there. I went for a jog like a week ago.
I mean, just saying, it might be easier if you like had Valentine sleep with his head at the foot of the bed. But then you might have his dick smack one of you all in the face like a fucking phone from a roller coaster.
Well, that doesn't
Which
happen.
is why you can't have your shit anymore on a bunch of fucking shit from Cedar Fair soon.
Like Steel Vengeance, who has...
Yeah.
Well, not who has. It's not a person. Steel Vengeance has, like the longest overall line right now other than Slinky Dog Dash. And you can't play on your phone while you're in line, so you actually have to interact with people.
So
And we
basically
don't
it's like waiting in line
interact.
at any ride at Universal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you know what? I was thinking about it, and I was like, shit. When I first went to Cedar Point, I was 11. I didn't have a cell phone, and I waited in line for a couple hours for Millennium Force. And
Yeah,
now
you're a
I
fucking
couldn't do it.
You're entertained by anything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If you are requiring people to put phones in lockers, at least make them free. That's my one complaint.
Yes.
Like,
Or, the one thing that I like about Dollywood is that they have bins in the stations
Yeah.
for your shit.
yeah,
It's fine.
if you give
I've
guests free locations to store their stuff, they're more likely to store their stuff. Because you know what I'm going to do whenever they tell me I can't have my phone in line? I'm just going to leave it in my goddamn pocket. And then I'm going to ride Lightning Rod, and then my glasses are going to fly out of my pocket again, and there goes $95 down the fucking hole!
Actually, no, you're not. That thing's been fucked up for a little while now.
Yeah. But so I've never lost a loose article until this morning, actually. We were at Busch Gardens, and we have the passes that let you ride the rides twice, so you stay in your seat and you get to go around again.
Oh, so you're that asshole.
It's like $7 more a month. Why wouldn't I do that to be asshole status? But we'll loop back to that in a second. So, in my pockets, I have my phone, wallet, keys, and then our 2 passes. And on SheiKra, I came back with my phone, wallet, keys, but no passes. So, I had to be that guy.
You had to be that guy to go, I lost my annual pass. Can you reprint it?
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna hop over this barricade to look for my pass.
But in typical Busch Gardens fashion, which, let me clarify, I love Busch Gardens. Love you.
No, you don't.
But in typical fashion, their printer was not working to print annual passes. So I got one of the shitty paper ones until next time.
We had to unplug the regular printer for the 3D printer. I made a cat.
Well, they didn't unplug it for Falcon's Fury needing any electricity because it wasn't running since it got hit by lightning.
Well, don't put a 300-foot tall fucking tower in the fucking North American capital for lightning.
Can we talk about what other
team named the Lightning?
Can we talk about what other theme park also had no power? Back to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
So, Disney's Hollywood Studios had an unfortunate experience a few days ago where their main air conditioning plant system caught fire because apparently Hagrid's chicken was set loose again. And it
Jesus
caused...
Christ, that thing is fast as fuck.
it caused the entire park to lose power, including every attraction and every building. Which means
3 attractions?
Which means every person on every ride had to be evacuated, number one, and every building had no air conditioning.
Ooh. So Tower of Terror was like fucking hell.
Essentially. So rest in peace to every one of the guest services team members who work at Hollywood Studios. Oh my God, I just said that all as if they worked at Universal. Sorry, guest relations cast members, because I'm a fucking
Jesus
idiot.
Christ, those poor people were confused as fuck.
Rest in peace to every guest relations cast member whose liver is now destroyed due to alcoholism after that night.
But, okay, so what percentage-wise of those people who went to customer service were calling it MGM Studios?
I would have.
A very high percentage, because the amount of people that show up at City Walk Guest Services and have Disney tickets that they need to quote unquote redeem is pretty high.
I still have a fast pass from 2005 actually.
Because they keep telling me that, these tickets could get me into Universal Studios, and I'm like, no, it's Disney's Hollywood Studios. Good try.
They can get you in with the purchase of a new ticket.
It's just like, it's $132.06 per person to get into Universal Studios Florida. If you'd like a refund of your Disney tickets, I suggest you call Disney and then spend your money back here. Have a good day.
Or you could just tell them it's a service charge. Some people are dumb as fuck and will just do it. So let me ask, which would upset you more? The power going out for the day at Hollywood Studio.
Okay.
Or actually waiting fucking, let's be reasonable, 3 hours to ride Slinky Dog. If you knew nothing about Slinky Dog.
Let's pretend that this is my first time.
Which would be more of a disappointment.
Okay, I'm going to look at this from a guest perspective. I'm going to assume that I went to Hollywood Studios, I paid for a full day's ticket, and I didn't look up what was in the theme park. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
And I entered the theme park, and I walked over to the back, and I saw that Slinky Dog was 3 hours long. I would say, I'm at Disney World. It's been a long line for Pandora. I rode that a few days ago. Yeah, I'd probably wait for that. Yeah, but if the power went out, and I was in line, and they said everyone has to leave, because that's what they did. They evacuated 40,000 people from that theme park that day.
Jesus.
Now, did they give them like tickets to where they could go to another Disney park or what?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what their compensation level was, but I'm just saying they evacuated 40,000 people from the park that day. So I would have been pissed.
Well, yeah.
I would be way more pissed about the power going out than I would be about waiting 3 hours in line for a Slinky Dog. Just because
That's true.
I know for a fact some insider stuff about what happened when the power went out at Halloween Horror Nights last year.
Yeah.
And it was almost impossible just to get people to call guest services versus waiting in line.
I bet that would have been... I would kind of wanted to be there because I bet those haunted houses got real scary real quick.
I can't tell you exactly what happens, but essentially everyone who was inside that house stopped scaring immediately.
I'm going to be honest. If the power goes out, I'm going to try to put my dick in the ear of the Exorcist girl.
And that's how Jordan got trespassed from Universal without even going there.
See, we made it back to pedophilia.
Oh, I know what we need to talk about. We need to discuss slapping the goblin.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Dude.
you're so right.
So...
Wait, are we talking about masturbating?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
So when I say slapping
That's what
the
I
goblin,
want to call it now, slapping the goblin.
I'm talking about...
I just spit out the water that was in my mouth when you said that. Speaking of attractions that closed down, but did not catch on fire this time, there was a very, very tiny amusement park that was almost ready to open in Cave City, Kentucky. Now, if anyone is familiar with Mammoth Cave, it's the largest underground cave system in the world.
Nobody is. What is it?
Okay.
It's the second largest cavern in the United States behind Slater's gaping asshole.
It's a cavern that a whole soccer team did not get stuck in.
Shit, now we have to edit that out, too.
No, that's fine. They made it
They
out.
did make it. They did make it. Okay,
die.
I'll let it pass. Continue.
Only one person died in that, and that was one of their SEAL divers. But anyway.
Oh, no. Okay, now we got to edit it out. We can't have...
Oh, no one gives a fuck about them. More people have died since then.
The whole soccer team made it out. So I feel like we can leave that comment in.
Yeah, we're fine.
Anyway, Mammoth Cave National Park is about 5 minutes away from Cave City, Kentucky. Now, Cave City, Kentucky is this small, podunk, rinky-dink town that essentially used to be the only way in and out of Mammoth Cave. And then they built the interstate connecting Louisville, Kentucky to Bowling Green, Kentucky, which essentially just bypassed Cave City, and it just kind of fell off the map for being a roadside attraction town. Well, there used to be a very small amusement park called Guntown Mountain. So Guntown Mountain had a haunted hotel dark ride, one of the oldest in the country, at the base of the mountain, and then it had a chairlift to the top of the mountain where they had a Wild West town that had live actors that recreated like shootouts and all this kind of fun stuff.
But with actual, real guns.
Yeah, they actually killed each
Took
other.
their shit serious. That's how feuds were settled.
Guntown Mountain was bought recently by the creator of Lebowski Fest. So Lebowski Fest, obviously, is exactly what it sounds like.
I'll take over this part. Lebowski Fest is a gathering to celebrate my Lord and Savior, the Big Lebowski. Who I am actually... You can look this up. I am legitimately ordained by the Church of the Dude.
So
hey, right, I can do your wedding.
The guy who created Lebowski Fest bought Guntown Mountain and renamed it to Funtown Mountain because he had the intention of reopening. So he wanted to remove some of the gun features and rename it Funtown Mountain, but keep the old style because he has this connection to this park and he thinks that he's going to reopen it, and just like we have all these promises of parks reopening and stuff. But unfortunately, it all fell through. And all of this happened around 2015. Fast forward 2 years later, and I've been still liked Funtown Mountain's Facebook page because that's where I was following all their updates. And all of a sudden, on July 19th, a Funtown Mountain post came out of the woodwork. And I was very confused as to why, because I remember reading that the whole plans for Funtown Mountain were canceled, after the creator of the Lebowski Fest and the now owner of Funtown Mountain got arrested for marijuana possession. Well, apparently... Shocking. Right. So apparently, this owner is now the feature of a feature-length film. Is now... What's the word? Now let me rephrase that.
Documentary.
Yeah. This owner is now the feature of a documentary of his lifetime and the creation and fall of Funtown Mountain. So for all you theme park fans, there is a new movie coming out called Everything Will Be Okay. So it is a feature film that tells the story of the rise and fall of an amusement park in Cave City, Kentucky called Funtown Mountain, written by the Lebowski Fest co-founder and ringmaster of Funtown Mountain, Will Russell. The heart of the story revolves around how the power of love...
Now, hold on. I want everyone to pay very close attention to what's about to come up, because this is my favorite part of the story.
The heart of the story revolves around how the power of love he has for his daughter ultimately saves Will from taking his own life. Essentially, in the midst of a manic episode in 2011 involving the creation of a monument in Cave City called Kentucky Rushmore, Will proposes to the mother of his daughter...
Which is just John Calipari. That's
Will
a
proposes
basketball reference.
to the mother of his daughter on the chairlift at Guntown Mountain after meeting her just 2 weeks prior.
That's my favorite part.
It's amazing.
It is this very chairlift that he would purchase.
Listen,
as part
Leanne, I've known you since we was children, and you've been like a sister to me. I am your sister, and that's why I want to make you my wife. Because you give the best blowjob of any of my sisters.
It is this very chairlift that he would purchase as part of Guntown Mountain in 2015, and the same chairlift that he sat upon when he ended over 19 years of sobriety by smoking marijuana, which caused him to go wildly off the rails and ultimately broke into psychosis.
Reefer madness, it's real, folks. Jeff Sessions was right.
The same chairlift would ultimately sink the project as it was deemed unsafe and found to carry a $500,000 repair tag. In the terrible aftermath of the episode, Will faces bankruptcy, divorce, custody restrictions, lawsuits, tax woes, profound depression, anxiety, and humiliation, and becomes suicidal.
Let me ask, do you think that chairlift was safer than the one that killed that person in Arizona?
Why are we focusing on death this episode?
I don't know.
So please, everyone, go out and support the new movie, Everything Will Be Okay, so we can shine a light on
I'm gonna
anxiety
be honest,
and
it don't
depression.
seem like everything is going to be okay with this guy.
Anxiety and depression, and the rise and fall of Guntown/Funtown Mountain, and the almost chance that we had a new theme park in Kentucky.
You know what? I think I will just go to Beach Bend.
So, please visit Funtown Mountain's Facebook page and give it a like, because if you scroll down, you'll see some very interesting photos of some very scary looking animatronics that we're just hiding.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it right now, and it's a little interesting.
They definitely did not know what they were doing when it comes to social media and the creation of this, because I remember when they were coming out with this and they announced their website, because the logo of Funtown Mountain is a scary ass motherfucking clown.
Why do people put clowns and shit if it's not supposed to be terrifying?
It is a scary movie. I just recently watched it.
It's good.
And
it's good.
It's very good. I really enjoyed it.
Have you seen the original?
Not yet. However, I did
good.
just download
It's really
a
good.
torrent app to my Fire Stick, and I've been watching a shitload of movies recently.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
I'm
on
old
my
school. I like to have the discs.
it's on my list of torrented movies I have to watch, because that's how I just recently watched it. Actually, was on the torrent website, so it was great.
And you wonder why your internet keeps getting shut off.
Hey! Don't start.
Yeah, I'm going to throw my neighbors under the bus real quick. They quit paying their Comcast bill like 4 years ago, and they still have their fucking internet. Can y'all do something about that, Comcast? I want to fuck with them. Trucks have been out here multiple times to like fix shit, and they're like, this is the day. Nope, keeps hanging around. I'm kidding, Ashley. You better bring me that fucking beer that I wanted.
So, speaking of failing theme parks, which, I mean, I guess it's not really failing, but their
Are we
reviews...
back to SeaWorld?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, SeaWorld. SeaWorld, that's a good one to go to.
SeaWorld.
I was definitely about to talk about Holy Land, but we'll get to that. SeaWorld is a failing theme park, and Infinity Falls was topped off, but it's still not open. Okay, moving on. Holy Land.
Now, for those of you who don't know what the Holy... Now, say its whole name, the Holy Land Experience.
Presented by the Bible Network.
Or TBN for short, as some of the reviews call it.
Now, the Holy Land Experience is a amusement park in Orlando that basically tries to recreate the Middle East, but with only white people as God intended.
So welcome to our new segment that we like to call Theme Park Review, because again, we're petty as fuck.
Fuck you, Rob Alvey.
We're going to be reading some of our favorite posts on various reviewing websites such as Yelp, Google, and Facebook to find out what the general public thinks about the Holy Land Experience, presented by the Bible Network. I wish I could just add that to our intro.
We're going to fill you with the Holy Spirit.
So, Jordan, you found quite a few.
Come into me.
You found quite a few great reviews, so please kick it off.
Oh, I've found lots of good ones.
So let's preface this. Let's preface all of this by saying that we are not trying to offend anyone of any religious background. However, anyone of any religious background can appreciate how funny these fucking things are.
My favorite review that they got is, it's just one sentence. It says, "This is the worst theme park, go to Fun Spot." Actually, Fun Pot.
Fun Pot.
Fun Pot. Isn't that the gun place?
Yeah, Funtown Mountain, Gun Pot.
Awesome. That'd be fun. My favorite one that I'm seeing right now on Google reviews is "Nice place, but nothing is historically accurate." Yeah, hi Nicholas, no shit.
But then he says, "A for effort, though, guys." So A for effort, but 1-star review. Okay.
On Facebook, this guy gives him a 5-star review. So Alki Belmeloid gives him a 5-star review, but his only review says very small. My favorite part about this review is that Holy Land Experience on Facebook responds to every single comment. However, they respond to every single comment with the same comment over and over and over again. So, the Holy Land responded, "We are overjoyed that you enjoyed your day here with us, and we appreciate the review. We hope to see you soon. Shalom." That's not a good review. Why would you think...
I love that they threw shalom in there.
They need to tune the bot.
If you scroll up, every single comment is the same comment. Shalom, 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 shalom. We're so glad you joined us. Blah, 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 shalom. Like, have someone work your social media other than a bot, other than a Facebook bot. Ugh.
I haven't heard shalom that much since Auschwitz.
That's appropriate. We can leave that one in.
Yeah, that's
been
fine.
long enough.
Yeah, it's been fucking 70 years. You're fine. Okay, let's go to Roman from Google. "The place was spectacular. So much to see. The structures, art, and the people there were all nice. Somehow I felt empty. It felt fake. Felt like hypocrisy. The place revolves around money. Felt like corruption and evil. I don't know why, but I would never place a foot in there again. I will also never speak about this place again, for it will be forgotten." Took a strong left turn there, Roman.
Yeah. My favorite is from Penny Prince on Google, who says, "I am very disappointed. The free day, they didn't have enough people working. They directed us to park in the lot, and when you get there, it's full. The Bible Network, you make enough money from supporters. God is sad that you charge too much for a family to come, and you only have one free day per year, and it's just to keep your tax-exempt status. It's about telling people about Jesus, not getting rich."
So, my favorite of all of them is from Sarah Jane W. on Yelp. Now, we're going to preface... She does preface her very long 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 paragraph review.
Shit, that's a novel.
By saying, I'll admit up front, I came here as a snarky atheist for laughs, and a friend paid the $50 admission for me, so I wasn't out any money. But still, it wasn't worth it. So that's the start of it. But she has some great snarky comments. I will say that. She says, everything about this place is cheap and tacky, but not even in a fun, cheap and tacky way. It's just sad. Instead of costume actors walking around playing Jeebus and whatnot, there are only cheesy cardboard cutouts all over the place. Super lame. There are no rides, just really hokey diorama after really hokey diorama full of supremely creepy mannequins. Everything is coated in gold glitter and fake diamonds, like Jan Crouch got methed up, cleaned out of Michaels, and then went on a 72-hour bedazzler binge. The only saving grace was the live baptism, which was fun to watch. Everyone who volunteers to be baptized gets a free gift. Eternal salvation!
Aww.
Jeebus dunks you into a fountain and a bathrobe, and then you have to straggle out all wet and soggy in front of everyone with your ass crack clearly visible through the wet robe. Unfortunately, Jesus' own robe was made of a thicker, more opaque material, so I did not get a glimpse of his ass crack when he got out.
I was looking for more than that.
The only other saving grace, and this might actually even be worth the $50 price of admission, is the 4 p.m. Passion Play, which is a 75-minute orgy of blood and sequins that feels like the bastard child of Bob Mackey, Bob Fosse, and Jim and Tammy Faye Baker. It was amazing!
My favorite thing about all the reviews that I've seen is, like, the negative ones, the overarching problem people have breaks down into 2 categories. The communion is gone, or everyone is white. And that's like 99% of them have something about what happened to the communion. It was that, and like, if you ain't white, people are mad.
I mean, so I guess, yeah, that in itself breaks the historical accuracy, because there weren't white people over in the Middle East back during Jesus' time. But
you wanna know what the real Holy Land was like? Those people wouldn't be allowed on planes now. I made everyone uncomfortable.
90% of all the reviews on Yelp are literally just like, not worth it, 15 minutes to walk through the whole park, cheesy cardboard cutouts. That's 90% of every review on here.
I kind of want to go, but I also don't want to pay for it, and I also don't want to go on the free day because it sounds busy. So if they want to give me a free ticket, I'll go and then talk more trash about them. Or if it's good.
Did you all know they have a fucking Chick-fil-A there?
Yes.
I
they have a
believe it.
Chick-fil-A.
That's fucking amazing.
So it is, but everyone that hates on Chick-fil-A, whatever, their grilled nuggets are amazing, and they're the only.
I was just saying it's amazing that there's a Chick-fil-A in here.
No, it fits perfectly.
It really does. You know, if you really wanted to stick it to them, one of y'all should go in there and just start making out with your significant other. You're in the Holy Land in a Chick-fil-A? Oh, damn.
Valentine, let's take our boyfriends and just have a 4-way in the middle of the food court.
Oh, I'm game.
I'll wear my short shorts and just watch from the corner.
I will say my favorite review and video, because obviously I'm like a super coaster nerd who watches videos of everything. Tim and Jen Tracker just got free tickets to go to Holy Land about 6 or 7 months ago.
Oh, I love them.
And everyone should watch that video because Tim and Jen are very sweet people about everything they review, and they never really say anything bad about anything. And just watching Jen try to describe the Holy Land in a nice way because they got free tickets to go there is very uncomfortable, and it's really fucking funny.
Oh, another thing I've noticed in the reviews, it's kind of funny, is apparently they have like lots of cardboard cutouts. And I was interested, so I looked up on TripAdvisor just at some pictures. There's legitimately like a cardboard cutout of Jesus just stuck in a pond.
And because he's supposed to be walking on water.
He's just got his hand out like he's like, am I gonna bitch slap you? I might, Judas.
Jesus walks on water, and by that we mean a cardboard cutout of him over a pond.
I'm not trying to be, too... you all know where I stand, but it's like, this place to me is just goofy as fuck. I mean, if this is what you're into, go enjoy it. But we have to acknowledge how goofy of a place this is. And
it's almost it makes me really want to go to both the Holy Land experience and the Ark experience. That's in northern Kentucky.
Yes.
Okay, my grandmother has asked me multiple times, or she's mentioned the
Ark encounter. My grandmother has been.
I have told her I will not take her, and I will do anything for my Nana, but I will not take her because I cannot support that, and I will not support a place that has something called the Creation Museum that has animatronic humans and dinosaurs hanging out.
I want to go just to expand my worldview and to get it.
The Ark.
I will slap the shit out of you, Ryan.
So my grandmother and grandfather have both been to the Ark encounter, and again, they're very good Christian people. And I asked them what they thought about it, and they said their honest review was, it was really incredible to see how big it was, but there's a lot of walking, and the construction of the whole building itself was really incredible, and that was their full review of it. But in my head, Jordan, I was the same way. I wanted to be like, but like, what about the dinosaurs?
That pissed me off to no end. If there is one thing I'm very interested in, is I love evolutionary biology. I have multiple books on the subject. I've read dozens. I'm really into that. If I went back to school, that would be my field of study. Specifically, the Cambrian explosion. And I watched a cool debate. It was 2 hours long between Bill Nye and the guy who runs the Creation Museum.
Yes. John, oh God, what is his name? Ham something.
I refuse to acknowledge him as a man.
What's even better about that is I went and saw Bill Nye at my college because he came to do a talk, and it was very funny because I went to Western Kentucky University, and as he opened the thing and I said, oh yeah, I'm so glad to be in Kentucky. The last time I was here, I was having a 2-hour debate with an idiot.
Yes.
And I was like, thank God.
And I like to think we're not here to fully insult people's beliefs. I'm just pointing out that a lot of this stuff is just crazy, and it feels like money grabs to me, especially the Holy Land experience. Because if you look at pictures, you could probably, and they probably did, buy everything to make this amusement park at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I think that could be another corporate tie-in.
You just need a shit ton of gold spray paint. Gold spray paint, and you're set. And that's all you need.
Oh, yeah. So many.
But yet they're charging $50 a pop for these fucking tickets.
Now, can you go on like one of those timeshare tours to get free tickets, or do you actually have to pay money?
I would rather buy the timeshare.
So if anyone can tell me how to get free tickets to the Holy Land experience, or if anyone wants to buy me free tickets to Holy Land experience, my Twitter...
You can go on their free day.
Yeah, but like, it's going to be nuts.
I hear the parking lot gets bad on the free day, according to the reviews.
Okay, but Ryan. All right, here's the thing. We got to find out when this free day is. You and I have to both go. We'll Uber there so we don't have to park in the parking lot. Because we can also get drunk before we go.
Obviously.
Oh my God. Guys, they have the Ark of the Covenant there. So hundreds of innocent Nazis died for that. Why do they have that out?
Wow.
So Ryan, to add to the list of all the theme parks that you and I have to go to, including Alabama Splash Adventure and oh shit, what's that other theme park that's like in Florida or nearby Florida that has all the mega bugs? Wild Adventures, aha. Yeah. So including Alabama Splash Adventure, Wild Adventures, the Holy Land Experience, and now Cedar Point. So like, we have to like start doing this, man.
Yeah. We gotta hop on those. What's that super cheap and ratchet airline? Spirit
Airlines.
I gotta tell you about this real quick. Apparently, there is a lion, or a man in a lion costume, who walks around with like the signs that you wear that say "Follow me to our next live show." This is an actual picture on TripAdvisor. That poor bastard. I know how hot it is in Florida, and this man's in a lion costume.
It was hot
and
today.
For the record, go look this up. The picture they have of Jesus ascending to heaven, he is in all glittery pink.
I love it. That's
What?
how I
It is
expect.
beautiful.
Is that on
Everyone
Yelp
just
or
needs to go
Google?
to Yelp and just click on see all pictures.
Yeah. There's one of Jesus looking like a badass on a motorcycle, though. He looks like a Terry in that one.
Ooh, they sell turkey legs.
They
Fun.
do.
So they are a theme park. I was gonna question the whole theme
Yeah.
park status, but if they have turkey legs, then I guess they get to check that box.
But they don't
And if
have
you-
rides. Oh, this guy took a selfie with Jesus. How nice.
That's awesome.
I wanna take a selfie
Actually,
with Jesus.
you know Bill Maher's documentary he did talking about religion, he actually went here. And the guy who was playing Jesus definitely smoked weed because he said dude like 5 times in about
Nice.
a 2-minute interview.
Do you think these equity actors that work at the Holy Land are religious or non-religious? What do you think?
Half and half.
I bet they get paid a good amount of money to be here.
It's just for this place to be $50, like the background for like the settings and stuff is just cloth that they painted
Yeah,
like
but-
airbrushed.
Like the pictures, their theater looks like legit.
Oh yeah, some of it looks like they put money into like the infrastructure and stuff, and some of it
everything
just
else.
looks god awful.
Oh, I see the picture of Jesus ascending to heaven. It is all pink. It's so nice.
Oh yeah.
He looks so
Maybe you'll
fabulous. He looks like he literally looks like he just won RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay, let me just say this. I just found a picture of 3 black people working there.
Where? How'd you find that?
It's on TripAdvisor.
Oh, there's a picture of a little boy high-fiving a cardboard cutout of Jesus next to
I'm
a-
looking at that same picture next to the statue, and then the next one is a cardboard. So I was gonna call BS.
Is that
on
Trixie
them.
Mattel?
I think so. It looks like
That's
Trixie
definitely a
Mattel.
cardboard cutout of Trixie Mattel next to Jesus. Awesome.
They look
I'm
like
just
they're
saying-
actually cardboard, not like those like plywood.
Yeah, no, they definitely
yeah.
look like they're cardboard.
No, yeah, they look
It-
like they're straight up like from.
Okay,
an
so
Amazon
now
box
so now
container.
we know where all their money is going. It's going to replace all these cardboard cutouts every time it rains in Florida.
Yeah, which
Absolutely.
never happens. It's actually raining right
Oh,
now.
dude.
Fuck, it's
So
pouring right now.
this might be the one time you could theme a dive coaster really well. You could be like, at the top, you're like, up, Jesus on the cross, dive into hell, and then come up
Oh my
and
lord.
ascend back into the station. That's in the Bible. I'm not being a
Okay,
monster.
so I also just want to say that every Jesus I've seen here has been white.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Why-
It's
single
why
a
does
very
Jesus
white
always-
Middle Eastern experience.
Why does he always look like the lead singer for the Foo Fighters? Like that's just what I get with like white.
Oh,
Jesus.
he does. He looks just like
Maybe
him.
the Foo Fighters guy is Jesus.
Nah, maybe.
All right, I cannot wait to go to this location and just take pictures of every white Jesus and tweet like white Jesus number 1, white Jesus number 2.
Could you imagine like going to Orlando to work in the theme park industry, and this being like where you guys ended up? You're like, I wanted to work at Disney.
Do you think that they have their version of the Disney college program called the Holy Land College Program?
I
don't
could see
know.
it. I could see it.
Do you think you guys would get locked in the Sodom part?
I don't know. Like, I kind of want to find out, but I also don't want to pay $100.
Oh no, I
to
wouldn't
us to
either.
get.
Okay, so the minute that we get an actual Patreon account, we're using our money to go to the Holy Land.
Yes.
are.
We'll start a separate
Help
Twitter
us.
campaign.
Come on.
Just for that. So we need $200 for Valentine, myself, and our boyfriends to go. And
Oh,
we
that's
will-
fine. I don't want to fucking go. Whatever.
You already said you don't want to go. You said you're 11 hours away and you don't want to go.
I would drive down for this.
Okay, So now we need $300.
Math is very hard.
You need $250. Lydia ain't driving down for this shit.
Okay, so we need $250.
We need
Who's ready to give us their money? We need a sugar daddy.
Yeah.
The show, we made it through 4 episodes. We need a sugar daddy.
If you give us $250, I promise to quit making jokes about death.
No, you don't.
Unless it's Jesus, because he comes back. He's like Goku. That motherfucker will not stay dead.
Jesus equals Goku.
You know, if they really wanted to improve this, like, have a section where you could throw rocks at, like, a giant that's tied up. And be like the David experience.
Oh, thank Jesus that we have this.
This is fun. So, tell you what, if you have any ideas for reviewing theme parks that you would like us to find, read bad reviews of, send us some. We're looking for interesting shit, you know? Like,
And anything as interesting as the Holy Land experience.
absolutely, because this is... I had forgotten about this forever. I mean, you know, maybe next time we can do, like, a park that Valentine likes, like Beach Bend Park.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, let's
Beach Bend
shred
Park.
Beach Bend Park next time.
I have so many insider stories from Beachman Park that are really terrifying.
I'm trying to think of somewhere else that would be fun. Hard Rock Park. Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, I need to go to Oa.
Yeah.
Yeah, what in the hell is Oa?
Alright, so we're done reviewing the Holy Land experience. If you have been horrifically offended by this, I don't give a fuck.
But you can shoot us all mean tweets at our Twitter account. I was waiting for someone to fill that in, but okay. So if you all can think about a new theme park that you would like to hear us do theme park review on, please shoot us a tweet. Or if you just hate us for being insensitive assholes, shoot us mean tweets at RTO Valentine for myself or for Ryan. What's your Twitter?
RTO Ryan.
And if you
No, it's not. Shit.
I was like, that is not your Twitter account.
No, because that one was taken. Mine's RTO Delaney. RTODELANEY.
And if you want to come at me for being a monster and you don't know the fucking half of it, come find me at RTO Muscle Daddy. Not the fake one, you fucking cunt.
Okay, but like, you didn't create that fake account?
No, I didn't
No,
create
it's
that
not
fake.
him. As soon as
It is not me.
Yeah,
I
as soon as
I know who it is.
Okay, you do know who it is.
No, I don't know who it is.
So
I
should
don't
we
really
like?
care.
Okay,
You know, it kind of makes
it's probably
me
the
feel
One
good.
Wheel Productions guy.
I don't know. No, it's too clever for him. It makes me feel good, though, because no one else has parody accounts of them. So that makes me feel like I'm the most popular.
You know, it's very funny to me because when that new roller coaster opened, I started to realize that I'm actually a slight influencer of the community because people started messaging me my opinions of this new coaster when it came out. And I
Yeah,
was
no
like,
one gave a shit about mine.
I was like, people actually care about my opinion? Like, what? It's a football-based coaster. You should already know my opinion. But anyway.
All these fuckers did was like, what is a curtain got to do with anything? And I'm like...
I still don't get it. I honestly don't. Don't
You
explain
really
it to me.
don't? Hang on. Okay, I'm going to explain it.
Okay, so anyway,
Real
so
quick.
thank you so much for listening to our show. You can find
You
our
will
show
listen
Twitter.
to me!
You can find our show Twitter at RT2 Pod.
Cast.
Something.
RT2
Cast.
Podcast.
Okay, RT2
So,
Podcast. That's
the letter R is in
the letter
by-
T, the number 2, and then podcast.
Yes.
Because none of us know what our fucking Twitter is.
I didn't even
I know
know
what it
mine
is. You
was.
just didn't give me an opportunity.
And if you want to shoot us a text or a voicemail, you can do that as well at 267 something something
Ride
this.
this.
I don't
26
fucking-
ride this, whatever that translates to.
Yeah,
26
26 ride
ride
this.
I'm sorry they're retarded.
No one else gives a shit about Ride This One, but if you want to follow their Twitter account, it's at RTO Podcast on Twitter.
Go ask why Garrett and Goliath don't show up to the podcast.
Yeah.
Why I gotta take time out of my weekend to come on.
Well, Gare Bear can't even go to his home park and ride hang time, so I have low
Well, if he would
expectations.
quit
for him.
smoking meth in the alley with his neighbors, he might be able to.
No,
He lives in L.A. It's okay
been
there.
smoking marijuana with Funtown, Guntown owner. So
Guntown. That sounds like something we'd have in Florida. Okay, we're gonna have to cut that out.
we're gonna have to cut out a lot of stuff. I
we
fucking
are.
hate my life.
All right, and just like a trip out onto a lake in Branson, this podcast did not end
Hit
well.
the stop! Hit the stop!
Y'all
We're
have a
ending that.
good night. We're fucking out of here, baby.
RT2 Podcast.
Now this is embarrassing.